Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Today will be the day 2 of our Shankara Jayanti celebrations, understanding Shankaracharya from his own works. Sada Abhinavasmaranam Shri Bharati Tirtha Charano Veva Sharanam. Today I will be starting with a verse composed by Jagadguru Ananta Shri Vibhushita Bharati Tirtha Mahaswami in honor of Shankara Bhagavad Pada. यदीय पुण्य जन्मना प्रसिद्धमपि कालटी यदीय शिष्यतां व्रजन् सतोटकोऽपि पप्रथो ययेव सर्वदेहिनां विमुक्तिमार्गदर्शकः नराकृतिं सदाशिवं तमाश्रयामि सद्गुरु. Yesterday in part 1 we saw how Balashankara as a brahmachari prays to the goddess Mahalakshmi to relieve a family of its material woes, and how he himself wanted to go on a spiritual quest. And this we saw from, I am referring to only to Sri Sachidananda Tirtha Mahaswami's composition, Sri Shankaracharya Dashashloki Stuti, which has encapsulated within itself the entire Shankara Vijayam. Bhiksham datum upagata gujasatim dinam shriya prarthana Vittadyam atanohu swayam tu sakalam sanyastu kamukhyabu. Balashankara desired to renounce, but how could he convey this to his mother, and how will he get her permission? Well, destiny favored his resolve, and it came in the form of a crocodile, which grasped Shankara as he is about to step up from the waters of the Purna after his bath. The crocodile pulls, and Shankara tries his best to relieve, but in vain. Mother Aryamba also is helpless, and in this moment of pain and fear, Shankara seeks permission for sannyasa, as it will result in eternal release. Aryamba, in the moment of despair, concedes to his request, and Shankara pronounces the Abhaya Mantram, symbolizing the beginning of sannyasa. Grasa mishena matra sukataha praptur abhi anugyamakilam sanyasan janani swabandhu nivahe vinyasya paribrajaha. Shankara saw to it that his mother was safe in the hands of his relatives, and having given up everything, he started for his sannyasa in quest of a guru. Now, Shankara embarked on parivrajakatvam. Parivrajati iti parivrajaka, who keeps on moving from place to place, is a parivrajaka. This crocodile incident is very important because later on, when Bhagavad Pada composed the Lakshmi Nrisimha Stotra, there he mentions about the allergy of the crocodile. He says, prays to Lord Narasimha to deliver one from the crocodile clutches of the samsara, which is pulling one further and further within, such that one is eventually submerged and devoured. And he says, samsara sagara vishala karala kala nakra grasita nigraha vigrahasya vyagrasya raga nichayurmi nipiditasya Lakshmi Nrisimha Mamadehi Karavalamba. Though Shankara had taken sannyasa, it was informal. So to take formal sannyasa, he sets out in the quest of a guru. Now one may think, what is the need of Shankara to seek a guru? Shankara himself later on in his Tattvopadesha answers, and he says, Vidhivat krita sannyaso vivekadi yutas sudhihi prapto brahmopadesho adya vairagyadyastha param. Vidhivat sannyasa is a must. And he further in his Prabodha Sudhakara says, Utpannepi virage vina prabodham sukham na syat. स भवेत् गुरुपदेशात् तस्मात् गुरुम् आश्रयेत् प्रथमम्. From Kerala he moves ahead to seek such a guru. And I quote Bhashya Swami, he says, Prastayat grihad atan bahuvidan deshan vilanghiyat dhrutam tiram narmadam itya sannidamagaha govinda namno guru munihi. Having crossed over many regions and countries, over hills and valleys, he comes to the banks of the river Narmada. Seeing the Narmada, he bursts forth into the Narmadashtaka. He says, Gatam tadaiva me abhayam twadambu vikshitam yada mrukandu sunu shaunaka asurari sevitam sada punarbhavabdi janmajam bhavabdi dukkavamardi Tvadiya pada pankajam namami devi narmade. So there he reaches the banks of the river Narmada in the Madhya Desha and beholds the great servant Sri Govinda Yogi, and from him he receives the formal initiation in the Turyashrama with the Yoga Nama Bhagavat Pada Shankara. Later on, in the Tripura Sundari Vedapada Stotram, he spells the qualities of the teacher. Deshika, teacher is a Deshika, and he says, Shanto Danto Deshikendam Pranamyam Tasya Desha Tarakam Mantra Tattvam Janite Chedamba Dhanyaha Samanam Nataparam Veditavyam Kinchit. Such was Govinda Bhagavat Pada. Very calm, composed and competent. He was a Jivan Mukta. It was seen. Acharya in his Tattvopadesha says, Sakshat Kritva Parichinna Dvaita Brahman Aksharam Swayam Jivan Eva Vinirmukto Vishrantaha Shantimashraya. Such was Govinda Bhagavat Pada, who will shore him from this samsara sagara. Tiram narmadam itya sannidamagaha govinda namno munehi tasmat tvam pranavopa brahmhitam mahavakyopadeshan bhajan tushtatma tadanugnayo atimahatam varanasin abhyagaha. Having received the Mahavakyopadesha from Govindra Muni, he proceeds on the instruction of his teacher. He proceeds to Vidyanagari Kashi. Today we will be focusing on the incidents in Vidyanagari Kashi. At Kashi, he composed bhashyams on the Prasthanatrayi, that is the Bhagavad Gita, the 10 Upanishads, the Badarayana Sutras. It was here he composed the Prakarana Grantha Manisha Panchakam, where when a Chandala blocks his path and questions him, who and what should move from who and what, thus challenging the very foundation of Advaita. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmaiva Napara Anena Vedyam Sat Shastram Iti Vedanta Dindimaha, which Acharya says in his Brahmajnanavali Mala. Acharya is shaken a bit. The Acharya recomposes himself and immediately realizes the truth in the sayings of the Chandala and bursts forth 5 verses, each ending with the teacher, that the teacher is the one, the preacher is the one who is the preacher of oneness, whoever, whatever may be, he is my Guru. Manisha Panchakam. Jagrat Swapna Sushuptishu Sputatara Ya Samvit Pujrumbati Ya Brahmadi Pipilikanta Tanushu Prota Jagat Sakshini Saivaham Nachadrishya Vastu Iti Dhrida Prajnapi Yasyasti Che Chandalo Astu Satu Dvijo Astu Gurur Ityesha Manisha Mama. The one who has the knowledge and understanding that the principle which fills in everywhere and everything and which animates the being, be it the minutest ant to the mighty Brahman, all the while involved and ever present as a witness. I salute the knower. This marks the humility of the great Acharya to recognize merits in all. It was here at this Avimukta Kshetra Kashi that he composed the Gangashtakam, Brahmandam Khandayanti, Harashirasi Jatavalli Mullasayanti, Swarlokat Apatanti, Kanakagira Guha Ganda Shaila Skalanti. क्षोणी पृष्ठे लुंटन्ति दुरितचयचमू निर्भरं भर्त्सयन्ति पाथोदिं पूरयन्ति सुरनगर सरित पावनी नप्पुनातु. In just one verse, the Acharya sums up all her glory, her power. He says, Brahmandam Khandayanti Luntanti Durita Chamur Nirbharam. She pierces the earth, she makes it into two with her mighty flow, and Luntanti, she destroys the ashes of the entire Sagaraputras, the armies of the Sagaraputras, gives them moksha. Her descent on the Shiva's matted blocks, then on the Kanchenjunga, the golden Kanchenjunga, and further down to the sea. Harishirasi Jata Vallim Ullasayanti, Kanakagiri Guha Ganda Shailat Skalanti, Pathodim Purayanti. Her glorious nature, Suranagara Sarit Pavani, Swarlokat Apatanti. The banks of Ganga are scattered with ghats, and one such is the famous Manikarnika Ghat, where Vishveshwara himself utters the Taraka mantra, and Acharya says in his Manikarnika Ashtakam, Kashi Dhanyatama Vimukta Nagari Salankrita Gangaya Tatreyam Manikarnika Sukakari Muktirhi Yat Kinkari Swadlokasturita Sahaiva Vibudai Kashyam Samam Brahmana Kashi Kshonitale Sthita Gurutara Swargo Lagutvam Gata. Kashi, in front of Kashi, even Swarga becomes a very minuscule. It becomes. Acharya further in 5 verses sings about the glory of the entire region Kashi. He says, Manunivritti Paramopashanti Satirthavarya Manikanikacha Jnanapravaha Vimaladi Ganga Sakashikaham Nijabodha Rupa. This Kashika is in the form of Nijabodha Rupa, Atmabodha. He prays to God Vishveshwara. He extols Vishveshwara in the Dvadash Jyotirlinga Stotra, and he says, Sadanandam Ananda Vani Vasantam Anandakandam Drita Hatapapa Vrindam Varanasinatham Anatanatham Shri Vishwanatham Sharanam Prapadye. The entire simple shlokas, the entire crux of his Advaita Vedanta are incorporated. Lord Vishveshwara is in the form of Sadananda. He extols the goddess Annapurni in 8 verses, and he says, Kailasachala Kandaralaya Gauri Uma Shankari Kaumari Nigamartha Gocharakari Onkara Bijakshari Mokshadvara Kavata Patanakari Kashipuradhishwari Bhiksham Dehi Kripaavalambanakari Matanna Purneshwari. She is the embodied spirit of the teachings of the Veda. She is the seed of the mystical syllable Om, and the ruler of Kashi. He begs to her to give him, to grace him. He further, in Kashi, Varanasi, Avimukta Kshetra will be incomplete without the ruler, the mighty ruler, Kala Bhairava, and Acharya extols this Kala Bhairava in 8 verses. He says, Bhuta Sanganayakam Vishala Kirtidayakam Kashi Kashi Vasik Loka Punya Papa Shodakam Vibhum Niti Marga Kovidam Puratanam Jagatpatim Kashika Puradhinata Kala Bhairavam Bhaji. This is the style of the Acharya, that the words are self-expressive and clear. I sum up the Kavashi episode now, and tomorrow we will further proceed how he gets his Shishyas, whom he meets, what happens further. Till then, we'll meet again tomorrow. Namo Namah Shri Shankara Sharadabhyam.